Well, well, well. The boxing community does a hell of a job in not keeping the same energy. First and foremost, God bless each and every one of y'all. And I want to give a shout out to Al Haymon. I want to give a shout out to the Excellency, Turkey, doing a decent job in the sport of boxing. But it seems like right now only one guy is getting praised for almost the same thing that Al Haymon has done. Turkey is getting praised. Oh my God, he's like the second coming of Jesus Christ in the sport of boxing. But Al Haymon is this devil. Oh, he messed up boxing. Oh, he killed boxing. Oh, he was just throwing the money around to all the fighters and stuff like that. Not putting the best versus the best. Oh, he's wrong for boxing. I can't wait till PBC burn. Oh my God. Ha 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 ha. Showtime is done. Ha 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 ha. Where's Al Haymon? Where's the fighters? Ha 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 ha. They going to hell. Right. Wait. Isn't the Excellency doing the same thing, throwing money around? Huh? Throwing money around to Tyson Fury, throwing money around to Deontay Wilder, throwing money around to AJ, throwing money around in the heavyweight division and stuff like that. But he gets praise. Shout out to the Excellency, right? He put up Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou. A lot of money. But did it help the sport of boxing, ladies and gentlemen? Did that fight help the heavyweight division? As a matter of fact, that fight destroyed this era of heavyweight division. It exposed this era of heavyweight division. Because when Francis Ngannou, and of course you got to give there got to be accountability with Tyson Fury, but they should have made the fight with Usyk and Tyson Fury before this fight. And this is the reason why we got to give credit. Yes, he's showcasing the heavyweight undisputed. We should have got the heavyweight undisputed when it was between the Eddie Hearns and the Al Haymons, and that didn't come through fruition when it was supposed to be AJ versus Deontay Wilder. Right? And now the Excellency is actually giving us what Al Haymon didn't give us. But think about it, think about the landscape of it right now. Usyk versus Tyson Fury, it has no momentum. Let's keep it real, let's keep it honest. We all know that Danny Dubois hit Oleksandr Usyk with a body shot and stuff like that. They count a low blow, but in reality, he was out there begging, oh my God, on the floor. Oleksandr Usyk lost. Got knocked out. Got stopped. That was the moral of the fight. Danny Dubois should be the champion right now. And Francis Ngannou should be the champion right now because Tyson Fury got knocked down in the beginning of the fight. He didn't beat Francis Ngannou. He didn't beat him. And it actually exposed this heavyweight division as actually the heavyweight undisputed does not have the momentum that it needs to have, that it should have. But the Excellency is trying. He's trying to put a big event. Look at the AJ versus Francis Ngannou. But what is that going to do? If AJ does not rewrite the wrong of Tyson Fury, man, this heavyweight division is going to look worse than it was that night when Francis Ngannou did his thing versus Tyson Fury. Al Haymon has done so much good into the sport of boxing in terms of the fighters, getting them paid. When back in the days, a lot of people was critiquing the likes of Don King of not paying the fighters. And the fans knew about this. Oh man, these promoters are robbing the fighters. These fighters are not getting paid after their career. They're out there looking like homeless bums or whatever you want to call it, the derogatory name that you could call them. But here comes Al Haymon and do right by the modern day wards, modern day gladiators. Look how Danny Swift Garcia is living. Look how Earl of True Spence is living. Look at Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez made his biggest payday, his biggest purse was against Caleb Plant, right? And then he signed Canelo Alvarez. Manny Pacquiao, the resurrection of Manny Pacquiao was with PBC when he got the opportunity to fight Keith from Tom Thurman and beat Keith from Tom Thurman, one of the golden goose of PBC. Al Haymon Manny Pacquiao lived good. Even before that, but of course, he kept the Manny Pacquiao phenom alive. The Canelo Alvarez, and he features the young and David Benavidez, featuring guys like Subir Matias, featuring the Charlos. They got paid very, very well, whether people are fans of these fighters or not. He helped these guys. He's orchestrated. Look at Floyd Mayweather. Hey, Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor. Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao. Orchestrated some good fights. Free TV fights. Keith Tom Thurman versus Sean Porter. Keith Tom Thurman versus Danny Swift Garcia. CBS. primetime TV. Haven't seen a fight in primetime like that in a long time. Right? Yeah, a lot of fans complain about Al Haymon. What is he doing for the sport of boxing? First and foremost, if you're a fan of the sport of boxing, you respect the fighters. And just like everybody else in the world, I wish everybody get compensated very, very well. Whatever they do in life, whatever job, whatever your occupation is, I hope you get compensated the right way. When it comes to the sport of boxing, shit, Al Haymon do so good for the fighters that you had Leo Santa Cruz naming his own son after the great Al Haymon. Al Haymon. There's a Mexican kid out there named Al Haymon. Shout out to Leo Santa Cruz. Great paydays. Great paydays for a lot of his fighters. Great paydays. That's what the Excellency is doing for these fighters as well. Throwing the bag, throwing the money, and people saying, yo, man, he's getting that oil money for these fighters, and everybody's respecting what the Excellency is doing. A new powerhouse in the sport of boxing, just like Al Haymon was the new powerhouse in the sport of boxing. Just like when Golden Boy Promotions came out, the new powerhouse in the sport of boxing. Just like when Bob Arum was a powerhouse in the sport of boxing, the Don King. Things moved, things elevated. Some people try to get that wave, but boxing is shout out to Eddie Hearn as well. Shout out to Frank Warren as well. Shout out to all the promoters that did their thing. Shout out to Lou DiBella as well. Here comes the Excellency and is throwing his bag around. And the fighter is benefiting for it. Some of these fights are circus fights. Yeah, at the end of the day, it's still bringing some entertainment to the sport of boxing, and it's keeping the eyeballs in the sport of boxing. And it's also captivating the imagination and the emotions of the boxing fans, just like the Francis Ngannou and AJ going to do. Shout out to Joseph Parker, going to be fighting the Big Bang in the co-main event. Damn, Joseph Parker 4 or 5 times in the span of 13 months? That's incredible, right? In this day and age, we got to give a lot of credit for Joseph Parker as a promoter. Why don't y'all keep the same energy, though? You don't have to like everything. Look, we don't like everything what Al Haymon has done. We don't like everything what Bob Arum has done. We don't like everything that Oscar De La Hoya has done, or Eddie Hearn has done, or all the promoters. Yeah, at the end of the day, for the most part, they've done good. And shout out to one of the best years of the sport of boxing this past year, 2023. Give credit to everybody that had their hands on making 2023 one of the most epic years in the history of the sport of boxing. And the Excellency was there as well. And Al Haymon and Showtime, shout out to Showtime and the whole crew. And they was there as well. And Top Rank was there as well. And Eddie Hearn was there as well. And Frank Warren, everybody made 2023 one of the most epic years in the sport of boxing. But let me tell you like this. Al Haymon is good for boxing. Bob Arum is good for boxing. Eddie Hearn is good for boxing. The Excellency is good for boxing. Oscar De La Hoya is good for boxing. And the great fighters that risk their lives for pure entertainment and take care of their family is good for boxing. Not everybody going to be the greatest. Not everybody going to be the greatest promoter. You even got Don King still trying to promote. Shout out to Don King. Signing Adrian Broner and things of that nature. Shout out to all the promoters. I just want to know why y'all don't keep the same energy. Is it because Al Haymon is from America? And in boxing, we do have a toxic culture of always hating, always trying to put down, always disrespecting, always devaluing. Not every fight is going to be great, just like AJ versus Francis Ngannou, but he's getting so much props and so much respect. Why do you show the Excellency its excellence when you don't want to give Al Haymon his credit for being excellent and a genius in the sport of boxing? Because there's been a lot of great fights that Al Haymon and PBC has put up. And shout out to Tom Brown, TGB. Shout out to Fox. Shout out to Showtime. And hopefully Amazon Prime. Give the same praise and respect for Al Haymon like you do Turkey. If it's doing right for the fighters, it's doing right for boxing. And eventually it's going to do right for the fans. Keep that same energy. God bless.